Cough, cough, cough. Good morning. Hello. Hello, friends. I am fresh from taking a walk, weighing in, going to a meeting, and taking a shower. You're getting fresh-faced Amy in her office this morning instead of our crazy car live that doesn't seem to work half the time. The last couple weeks, I've been really frustrated with the quality, so I thought we would just do it from here. So let's kind of get things out of the way. I'm going to see if I can show this to you for the week. You guys know I was doing another week on blue, and is this going to show me my, does this show me my, hold on a minute. 8. Did this work? Sorry, guys. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. So I was up 0.6 today. And from my all-time start, this is my start from the very beginning. I'm down 1 pound from when I first started, back a couple of years ago. Now, overall, I'm down 54 from 88 is what you guys do the math. So I've got my little, it's not really changed from last week. Here, I'll show you. I've got my little blocks. I know some of you guys picked these up from Etsy. So here's my little blocks. I might be reversed, but I'm down 34 pounds. So this was from Etsy on my last week. I reviewed the name of the store, but I know a lot of us have picked up these little blocks to kind of keep track of where we're at. So, freestyle, blue, I'm down 4 pounds for the month, guys, from, restarting at meetings. Happy Elf, you need to get one of those. Go over to Etsy. Just look at, I can't remember the name of I'll post it down below when we're done. I'll post the link to their shop down below. Several of you have picked those up, and you can get them in either the 100-pound or in the, if you just need to lose 50 pounds, they'll just give you 2 blocks. And then they also have, I have pounds I've lost so far. They also have pounds I need to lose. So if you'd rather count that way, you can. But really, really cute. So this is all, glued together. So if you drop things like me, you're only going to drop the blocks, and then the little blocks, you just move them. See, like I said, I drop things. That's why we have jacked up our finger that I'm not going to show you the Frankenfinger. I'm not going to show you the Frankenfinger. I'm going to try really hard. I have it airing out, so please don't be freaked out if you see my Frankenfinger. And I have my stick-on nails because I couldn't bear to look at my fingernails anymore. So I have my Lee press-ons on. Thank you all. What are they called? Weight loss blocks. Go search that at Etsy. Happy Elf. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I saw them somebody had them on Instagram, and then I went searching for them because they didn't have the shop linked, and they were really easy to find on Etsy. I just put in countdown blocks or weight loss blocks or something like that. Okay, couple of things from the meeting today. I had a different leader today. Her name was Michelle, I believe. Michelle. Lifetimer, great runner. Great lady. Lots of lifetimers in the meeting today. So a couple of things to note. We talked about sleep today. Honestly, the topic, I was like, I was asleep during the topic, okay? Asher just brought me this. We'll talk about this in just a second because I haven't had my coffee yet. Ooh, and it's nice and warm. So Asher went out and got coffee. We'll talk about that in a second. So we talked about sleep, and then we also talked about this was the week that you can, if you collected all of your words, you can put it into the website to get the charm. I couldn't follow what they were saying about putting it into the website. So just so you know, Weight Watchers is sending everyone an email. Everyone that has the Weight Watchers plan, the app, whatever you do, They're sending us all an email on how to get our charm if we've gone to our meetings. Okay. So don't stress about it. They're sending that to us. The words were like, our bodies are something. I don't know. I've got to go look for the words. I don't know. I feel like I was zoned out today. So, but we did talk about habits, exercise, giving our bodies what our bodies need, and sleep. We just kind of recapped the whole thing. And so it was fine. It was whatever. I think I was so in the zone for what I'm going to talk to you guys about today that I need help with, that I was a little distracted. And plus it felt like a repeat. Oh, the other thing is, I didn't know this. On your app, there is a way to track your sleep now. Okay, so we did talk about tracking. A lot of the ladies that were in this meeting today were talking about how they're, old school paper trackers, and it was really hard for them to go from paper tracking to app tracking. And it was interesting because the leader was talking about how we've moved on from tracking like the old healthy habits to like the new things we should be focusing on. I personally like the old healthy habits. Okay. But now we've moved into, and I like tracking activity for sure. And now we can track water, and now we can track sleep. They don't really have us tracking like fruits and veggies. They don't have us tracking multivitamin or oils or dairy. So we've moved away from that, and now we're into tracking things like activity and sleep and all of that. So, it is what it is. It's WW. They got to change stuff. They love to change. Hey, listen, they're like nursing. If you want a career that's always changing, you choose nursing. I guess if you want a weight loss plan that's always changing, you choose WW. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know. I say that a lot. Okay. Happy Elf found them. Hey, Happy Elf, in the chat, can you put the link for me? Thank you, my friend. Hi, Cindy D. Hi, Angie. Good morning, my friend Angie. Penny, hi. Hi, Cindy D. I already said that. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Chris. Hi, Cindy D. again. Nobody else has said hi over in the chat. There's 49 of you in here. Okay, I want to talk to you all today about Points Plus. I had several people say they would like to see me do a week on Points Plus. Now, let's talk about this. I scared. I don't like Points Plus. Now, listen, I have not tried Points Plus. I think 2012 was the last time I ever looked at that plan. I ever even thought about it. But I'm going to tell you what has kind of swayed me a little bit. I've been watching Weight Watcher Girl. You guys go find her. She lost a ton of weight on Points Plus, and she has a lot of fun old videos. And so, looking through all my old plan materials, I do have some Points Plus stuff. And I was like, she was really successful. I know a lot of my friends here in this community have been successful on Points Plus, and a lot of my friends that I really respect. Okay, because that's a big part of it, right? You got to respect your peeps. And I know Diva and the Divine, she's done Points Plus. There's been some other people. Who else did I see that did Points Plus? So, a lot of people, I have people in my meetings that have done Points Plus and speak highly of it. So I thought, why not try it out and see what the deal is and see. I was reading through the old plan materials, and there were some things that really jived with me. Part of that is that the points are higher on Points Plus. So the food points are higher on Points Plus than any other plan. Think about that. Okay. So I was comparing purple, blue, green, momentum turnaround, and Points Plus, and of course, simply filling core, all that stuff. The points are higher. The points values are higher, and the way that they calculated points values were higher, which means you get a week, you get your daily points are higher. They assign you higher daily points, and then your weekly points are higher. Weight Watcher Girl talks about not using her weeklies, which for me, you guys know I've been using my weeklies. This last week I used my weeklies and I'm up a little. Something about that is jiving with Amy. So I thought, let's look through sort of some of the old plan materials. Now, from what I remember, and you guys are experts on this, I am not. This is not my forte, okay? This Simply Filling Core, those are not things I have done with success. I remember trying this for about 2 to 3 weeks and then going back to Momentum and then having other things happen in my life. So I remember them giving us this pocket guide. This is my old pocket guide. And guys, this thing is worn out. It has been through a battle. I don't know if I was like angrily flipping through it like, I'm sorry. I don't know. It looks like I was mad at it or something. And there's like pieces missing and I don't even know. Okay, so let's talk about this. So here's the pocket guide. I believe in 2011, they switched and I was angrified. So let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Happy Elf is talking. Hey, Diane. Okay, you're on green, Diane. I love it. Hi, Judy, my friend. Okay, so who's not filming anymore? I'm sorry, Rabbit Trail. Who's not filming? Weight Watcher Girl is not filming anymore. I think she gained her weight back on freestyle, and I thought she was going back down on freestyle. Okay, so when you open this up, there is a place for your tracker. Now, this is when we first started having an app on our phone that you could download and track on, but a lot of people were using paper trackers. Here's what the old paper tracker looks like, and I do have a stack of them that I apparently never used. Okay, Amy. And here's kind of what it looked like. So it was a lot like the checkbook one that I showed from the Flex plan. And let's go to the actual page that you start tracking on, though, where you add your dailies in. Okay, you add how much your dailies in, and then you subtract as you go. Then up here are your weeklies, and you cross them off. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone got 49 weeklies. Everyone. It was like Momentum. We all got, I think, 35 or something. Everyone got 49. I was horrified because I remember my daily points went up from being mid-20s because I was about 218 when this happened. I had lost about 70 pounds on Momentum. They went from in the 20s somewhere, maybe 26, 27, somewhere in there, to like 30 something. And I was horrified. And then the other thing that was horrifying is that all my foods went up. And then I also got 49 weeklies and I just couldn't at that point shift. Okay. But we're going to try to shift just for fun. At the bottom, you still have your good health habits. So, and this color is terrible to track on, by the way. I don't love these trackers. I like the old ones. So you had your liquids. Ooh, remember this? They went from just saying drink water to anything counted. And I was mad about that. They were like, oh yeah, if you drink coffee, it counts as a liquid. If you drink Diet Coke, it counts as a liquid. And all of us that were like, no, water. You know, water is what we should be drinking, not buckets of Crystal Light. And Weight Watchers disagreed with us. And I remember the meeting leaders being like, no, any liquid counts to mark off. I still don't like that. But, you know, evidence, I'm telling you, evidence in nursing showed sort of a similar thing. And I remember us shifting in nursing from telling our patients, you know, you don't really need the 8 glasses of water, you need 8 glasses of fluids. That was a whole other thing in labor and delivery. I was irritated. Okay. And then you also have your healthy oils. They have 2 of those. Your multivitamin, they just have 1 box for that. This is really hard to read. It says, always remember, watch your intake of sodium, added sugar, and alcohol. It says that on your tracker, guys. That's crazy, huh? And then your fruits and veggies. Oh my lords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. 9 boxes for fruits and veggies. 9, not 5, 9. And your fat-free or low-fat dairy. That's what it says, fat-free or low-fat dairy. They have 3 boxes for that. And then a little whole grain and lean protein. They don't have boxes, but it's like little reminders. So that was your healthy habits. Very cool. Beth up 0.6. I showed it at the beginning of the video. Hi, Jeannie. Okay, so interesting. Interesting how things have changed, you guys, since this time. Alrighty, so what I did was I went on iTrack Bites and I was able to locate the Points Plus. And like I said, I'm not an expert. If you guys feel like you could help me with this, I would love it. If you have tips for me, if you're doing Points Plus, if you don't like Points Plus, I don't care. So on iTrack Bites, I flipped it to Carb Conscious. Carb Conscious is Points Plus. And what it says for that, let me turn my brightness up because I turned it down for you guys, but then now I can't see it, of course. Helps you focus on limiting carbs. I don't remember them ever saying that. That was like where the little crickets, you're supposed to hear cricket sounds. I don't remember them ever saying anything about limiting carbs in the meetings, but that's what iTrack Bite says. Your points are based on protein, carbs, fat, and fiber. Now remember, momentum was calories, fat, and fiber. Cats, fat, and fiber. And that one is called, yes. Right? Yes, ma'am. Okay. That was called Conquer Cravings. And now we're on Carb Conscious. And according to this, this blows my mind right now. In my tracker, let me turn the brightness back down just so you guys can see. I get 30. Well, I started tracking. I get 38 points a day. 38! And 49 weeklies. Okay, so that's what I get. This little pocket guide had your tracker on one side and your weigh-in book on the other, which was nice. And then you had lots of sections on how to stay on target, how to power up. They were really, really big on low fat, high protein at this point. And your power foods included fruits, vegetables, whole grains, non-fat dairy, and dairy substitutes, lean proteins, plus more. Okay. So kind of like a little pocket guide, you could just throw this in. And I think it also had like frequently eaten foods at the front. So, if you were out or something, you could kind of guesstimate what was going on. So that was your pocket guide. They also had a dining out companion, a new one for those of us that like to eat out all the darn time. And then they had this guy that I never used these. These complete food companions. And they were laughing in the meeting this morning because they were talking about how we used to all thumb through this type of stuff. I was bad about thumbing through things. I liked to use sliders and labels. That was my big thing prior to this plan. So I have those two things. And for sure, I remember seeing the points go up on everything and me just being like, why? This was kind of cool. This was a summer entertaining guide. Look, it's pristine and brand new. This has all kinds of ideas for summertime and little recipes in here with the points. I think for me, that's going to be the hardest thing is like calculating the points differently because I'm used to the way either Smart Points does it or the way Momentum does it. This was nice too. This is called What to Eat Now. And this was kind of a quick start guide. And it kind of gives you like breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. And it tells you how to eat on Points Plus. So I really enjoyed that. And this was orange. So now we have blue, green, purple. Their color for this plan was orange. So this was orange. And you can still find like on La Louche and some of these other websites, they will give you Points Plus. So you can find a lot of websites online that have the Points Plus and not necessarily the old plans. We had weeklies for the meeting. So that was always fun. So, I do have some weeklies. We had recipes that were actually pretty normal back then. They weren't super duper weird. This beef and broccoli stir fry one is yummy. So, anyway, okay. So Let's go through here's the Points Plus introductory book. And then I think year 2, this is the next one that they gave. So this was 2011 and this is 2012. So I was looking through the 2012 one to sort of understand what I liked about this one. And you can find some of this stuff on eBay, guys. They had a meal planner. So this is going to really help me out right now trying to figure out how to eat on this plan. And it goes through breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks and how to plan meals. I think when you're new to WW, this kind of stuff really helps. And the new WW booklets they give you have a lot of this. And I think the website does too. So if you're looking for things like this, just FYI. So they want you to eat smart and stay in control. How does the daily Points Plus target work? So they give you a daily Points Plus target. You can find yours on your weight record. They didn't have it in the app, obviously. We provide you, it's optimized for you and your needs based on a calculation that factors in your weight, your height now. Okay, that was new. Your age and your gender. So they started to calculate your points based on a little bit more information, which is kind of cool. The minimum back then and now on Points Plus is 26 is the minimum. I believe on Momentum it was 18, guys. I believe it was 18. So definitely more points per day. And then they give you this little lady on here. She's 25 years old. She's 5'6". She weighs 173. So her points were 29 a day. I like it when they give you a visual. Judy, I'm going to give it a try. Catherine, Momentum went up through 2010. And then Points Plus, I believe, came out in 2011. So, and I believe the regular points came out, I think, in 99 or 2000, something like that. They had been around a really long time before it changed. How does the Points Plus formula compare to the old formula? Okay, so they say that they used advanced nutrition. And let me see. They started to factor the way that your body processes different foods. So they moved away from this idea of a calorie is a calorie. Okay. And we're still doing that with Weight Watchers. They want you to focus on what those calories are comprised of now. Okay. So I remember like the 100-calorie packs were under attack at this point, and they were saying, why would you spend 100 calories on something that's processed when you can spend 100 calories on like a whole grain or a fruit or a lean protein or a vegetable? And they were saying that the content of your food matters. And of course, that was hard for a lot of us to hear. But I think it rings true today, and I think it's a valuable point. It's a valuable point. So it factors the way your body processes food, as well as the food's impact on feelings of hunger and fullness. So it's true. Like if you eat 100 calories worth of those they were like little Oreo cookies, right? Or you eat 100 calories of a whole grain something, you're going to feel fuller and more satisfied, right? With the whole grain, whatever, than you are with the 100-calorie pack. So that was their thinking there, is what you're putting into your body matters. And I think we've all been converted, right? We've all been converted to that. I think we have. Okay, so does your daily Points Plus target ever change? And it says yes. It changes when your weight goes down and as you get older. And that's pretty much it. So I guess it changes as you age as well. You get less points. So that's very interesting. Is it okay for me to change my daily Points Plus target on my own? And they say, yes, it is. You can't go lower than 26. The target we give you is optimized for you, but you know best. Now, we were a little crazy prior to this plan, and we were like, no, you don't mess with the points. You know, we were boot camp buddies, and you did what they told you. So now, yes, fruits are free on this. This is when fruit went free. I'm sorry, I said the F word, free. 0. But we said free back then. Fruits are free. And all of us had a problem with that. Now, they do say in this book, because I read this book, that they don't recommend that you go over 5 fruits and vegetables. Although in the tracker, they had 9 places to check off fruits and vegetables. So I was like, in a banana binge. I'm like, I'll have 4 bananas. They're free, and that's why we had problems, Amy. So let's see. How do we determine the points plus value? I already told you that. Why does the point plus value of foods with alcohol seem to come out wrong? They go through a whole explanation here on that, and I thought that was interesting. And I noticed on this scanner, if you scan in alcohols, sometimes they'll come up incorrectly until you go back. So there's still something that there's some issues there with alcohol. And I think foods that have like sugar alcohols in them, they don't always calculate correctly. They should be higher is what they said in this. So that was different. Okay. So talks about tracking. We know all about tracking. So there was something interesting in here about the weeklies and if you should eat them. This book said that yes, we have calculated that you are in a deficit even when you eat all your weeklies. Weight Watcher Girl, however, said that she didn't eat her weeklies because she just didn't have a good rate of weight loss with her weeklies and her dailies on Points Plus. I'd like to hear back from you guys what you think about that. On Momentum, we were very encouraged to eat our weeklies and to kind of space them out throughout the week. I remember thinking on this, how can I eat all my dailies and my weeklies and continue to lose at a healthy rate of 0.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week? And sure enough, I encountered problems on Points Plus when I did try to eat all my weeklies, because we had really been sort of trained to, sprinkle our weeklies throughout the week and eat them. And that's what they were for, have a little piece of chocolate here and there and don't deprive yourself. So, Catherine says, I did best on whatever plan it was when 1 point equaled about 50 calories. So Catherine, that's the old Momentum plan. So on iTrack Bites, that would be, what did we say it was? See, I can't remember all the names. They're all so different. But that's your calories, fat, and fiber, Catherine. That's the old points plan. And I talk about that in my other video. So little differences there on how points are calculated. You're getting more points every day. You're getting more points during the week. There's a whole article on, will I lose weight faster if I don't use my weekly Points Plus allowance? And they say we calculate daily Points Plus targets and weekly Points Plus allowances so that you'll be on the right side of the weight loss equation, even if you eat to your target every day and also use your full allowance every week. In other words, go ahead and eat the full budget of Points Plus values available to you. Now, do you feel like we say that now in the program? I feel like we're much more let your weight loss be your guide, and a lot of people don't eat their weeklies, or some people are like, you better eat your weeklies. I mean, I feel like we're kind of all over the place with that. On Freestyle, I just don't lose very consistently when I eat my weeklies. So Angie says it's Conquer Cravings on iTrack Bites, the old plan. That was for Catherine. Okay. So let me know what you think about weeklies. This is a big debate, and it has been for a very long time. Initially on the plan, it wasn't. Initially on the plan, you had your weeklies, you sprinkled them, you ate them. It wasn't a big deal. We didn't have big debates about it. People weren't tweaking weeklies. Even activity points, like, eat them. If you've got them, eat them. Nowadays, it's a big debate, right? There is a whole section on activity. So I did notice in my little guide, they did start describing moderate and heavy working out and what kind of points that you could earn for that in this, which I thought was really helpful. And they gave you some definitions for that. So I don't know, this is called Get Up and Go. So low intensity, you can talk, you can sing, you have regular breathing, and you're not sweating. That's low intensity. Moderate, you can talk, you can't sing, your breathing is often and deep, and you're sweating after 10 minutes. Okay, so that's usually my walks outside, I think, are moderate intensity. And then high intensity, you can briefly talk, you cannot sing, you have rapid deep breathing, and after 3 to 5 minutes, you're sweating. So I like that they define that for you, because sometimes we put in we're doing moderate or high intensity and we're not. We're out talking and singing, chatting and all that. And then they also gave you a way to calculate your activity points, because we didn't have sliders anymore, you guys. The sliders went away. We had a calculator, or you had the app. If you had a smartphone, a lot of people didn't have smartphones back then. I remember one lady saying she bought a smartphone just so that she could use the app on there. And I was like, you did? And we still use paper trackers and all that good stuff. Catherine says, I really think it depends on how much 0 point food you eat. If you eat a lot of 0 point food and eat weeklies, you might not be in a calorie deficit. Yeah, Catherine, I think that that's what happens for me sometimes on freestyle, is that, I'm hungry. And so I will eat, hard-boiled eggs there's a lot to a hard-boiled egg, even though it's 0 smart points. So if you're overdoing it, and my other leader, Tony, talks about that, overdoing it on eggs, chicken, beans. He said he could make a huge Instapot full of beans and go back for 2-3 bowls and couldn't figure out why he was gaining weight. So, hi, Michelle. I'm glad you're here. I haven't needed you to zap anybody. Marianne says, if I eat my weeklies, I do not lose. Right. And I've heard that a lot, Marianne. Which plan are you doing, Marianne? That's what I want to know. So interesting information. I thought I would try this out this week and maybe vlog a couple days of eating and give you some comparisons. I think that would be kind of fun. If anybody wants to do that with me, let me know. Weight Watchers, we've got lots of interchangeable plans now. And everybody says if you work the plan works. I think that there's some variation there. I think that some of us have a little more trouble with some of the plans than others. I'm going to try Points Plus just as an experiment. We will see. It can't hurt me at this point because we're kind of hanging out. Again, freestyle does this to me. I kind of hang out at one place. So last week I did really well. I tracked everything. I got 4 walks in, which is really good for me. I could still work on my water. And then, of course, my weeklies. I'm going to see what happens now with Points Plus and my weeklies. And we'll go from there. But I did want to talk about, how do you track something like this? Asher went and got me a venti non-fat mocha, sugar-free mocha. So how do you track something like this on Points Plus? So there is a plus sign at the bottom of iTrack Bites, and you can hit that. And you can go to the food section right here. So food. My friend Lisa, she has a channel From Dumpy to Diva. She does all kinds of iTrack Bites tutorials. So go check her channel out. From Dumpy to Diva. Her name is Lisa. She's an iTrack Bites coach. She's lost a lot of weight on iTrack Bites. Right now she's doing the core plan. If you go check out her channel, she's got a lot of tutorials on iTrack Bites. So when you go up here to this toolbar, there's something called brands. I didn't realize that's where the restaurants are. Okay, so you go to brands, and then at the top it says restaurants. I'm sorry that maybe you guys can't see this. Let me turn it down a little bit more. At the top it says restaurants. So you hit see all for restaurants, and then you can search Starbucks, right? So you search Starbucks. And then once you get to Starbucks, you can search within Starbucks. So I'm going to put in sugar-free mocha and see what I get. I feel like sometimes when you go out to eat, you guys, it's a guessing game if you're getting the right thing. Do you guys feel like that? With all the plans, you're kind of getting, is this or this last week with no cheese, no mayo, and just all kinds of veggies with extra veggies on it. It was a 300-calorie Whopper. I didn't get fries or anything, but I had the worst time trying to figure out how to track that thing. I think it ended up being 10 points or something. I don't know. I tried to put it into the tracker with what I could find, but a lot of the different components to track it in Freestyle were not there. So we just went with it. Sometimes you just have to guess, right? Okay, so mocha in here, I don't know. Grande with 2% milk, grande with non-fat milk, cafe mocha. See, it's going to be really hard for me to find. This is what I'm talking about. It's annoying. Okay, so let me go look for it in the Weight Watchers app. See if I can find it. Mocha, sugar-free. It might be easier. Mocha, sugar-free, venti. I don't know. How many points do you guys think it is? Anyone? Nope. I can't find it in here either. Cheers. I don't know. And then sometimes I'll go online and just try to find somebody that has the same thing. A lot of times it's easier just to order stuff that other people have ordered, like on Instagram or YouTube, because you're like, at least I kind of know the points based on what they think. I mean, I don't know. It's so funny. My friend Classically Molly over on her channel, she always talks about the syrups that she gets in her coffee drinks. And like 1 pump is 3 points and 2 pumps is 12 points, whatever. And I'm like, girl, I don't even know how you figured that out. So a lot of times it's just easier to eat at home, right? Am I right or am I right? Michelle says I can't help with that. I've never had Starbucks. So Asher's birthday is tomorrow. He was supposed to hang out with friends today, but that has all been sort of messed up because of COVID and everything else. So I told him that I would take him out for lunch today. And we're going to do that. And then we have, obviously church and stuff, but his birthday's tomorrow. Judah was supposed to come for the weekend. He didn't because of his whole situation. He's South Dallas area, so he's got other stuff going on. But anyway, so Asher and I are just going to hang out for his birthday this weekend. He turns the big 2-1. I cannot believe it. And hubby's really super busy. We had lots of church services this weekend. We had one last night, one this morning, one tonight, one tomorrow. So really, really busy. Angie says, yes, I always wonder if the points are correct. Okay, Lisa, who are you guys talking about? There's a channel you're saying that you love. I love Lisa's channel. Sitting on 23 points on the equivalent of blue. Ruth. Oh, yes, Ruth. I know you're stalled out. I hate that. Okay, who's Lisa? I don't know who you guys are talking about. Love y'all, but I don't know who you're talking about. Let me know. If you have a good channel recommendation, let me know. If you know of a Points Plus channel that's great, let me know. Or a website. If you're doing Points Plus, if you stop doing Points Plus because you were like, this is terrible, I want to know. I want to hear what you guys think. If you want to do it with me, iTrack Bites has it on their calculator. You can easily look up all kinds of stuff on Google. Just Google Weight Watchers Points Plus. You will find calculators and recipes, and there's a lot more on this plan than there is on the older plan, Momentum. So we can do it together for a week and see how you like it. I have a feeling I'm going to like that the points are higher because I like to fudge. I like to cheat the system. I'm all about, how much volume can I get for the least amount of points? And I think sometimes it shoots me in the foot. So for me, I'm like, maybe this will give me a little more structure. Now, what is worrisome is the 0-point fruit. So I got to kind of watch that and we'll go from there. All right. Ruth, you're going to do it with me. Okay. I love it. Thanks, Marianne, for saying happy birthdays. Thanks, Michelle. I will tell him you guys said that. All right. I'm going to head out and go get a couple things done before I go hang out with my son today. For those of you that are over on my Facebook, in my Tupperware group, I'll be back later on to do a demo for you all over there. So come check it out. I'm over on Facebook under N is for Nurse, RN. Come friend me over there. I'm over there hanging out. I do a lot of stuff in my Tupperware Buddies group over there. I do a lot more cooking. I've been doing almost like a cooking show every week over there, which is really fun. Last night we did white chicken chili. We Weight Watchered it in my little party, and that was really fun. So we did that in a pressure cooker, and it was delicious. So Brianna on Diva and the Divine was doing points plus. Yes, I saw that, Michelle, and I mentioned her earlier. I did watch some of her videos. Yes, she did points plus for a long time, but I'm still not sure. Are you talking about Lisa from... I know who you're talking. Is she still around? Somebody post Lisa's link, because I didn't know she was still around. I've lost them. I've lost track of some people, you guys. There's some people that are not around. Oh, UPS. All right. I'll see you guys later. We are going to be checking in on this. I'm going to show you what I'm eating because it's going to be different, I think. And we'll see if I like it this week. It may be a fun little change for me. And then I'm also going to be double tracking in freestyle. This is my last week. I was giving freestyle a whole month. This is kind of my last week of that. And then we're going to make a decision, a decisive move in a certain direction. I'm not sure which direction. My options are go back to green or try something old. We will see. It's fun. It's fun to play around with it. I'll see you guys later. I hope you're in orbit. Let me know what your weigh-in was today. I would love to hear about it and how you're doing on plan. And if you have any suggestions or tips or tricks for me, I would love to hear them as well. Thanks again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.